the best fighter from each year from 2015 to 2025. So I'm going to assume you're basing this off of accomplishments and not the best technical number one pound for pound fighter. I'm going to assume that's what you mean. 2015 Conor McGregor, 100%. I mean, he defeated the likes of Chad Mendes and Jose Aldo that year, two of the top featherweights of the time. So yeah, you have to give 2015 to Conor. Now, this might be a bit controversial, but I don't know if I give Conor 2016. Yes, he became champ. I understand that, but he beat Nate Diaz, who in my eyes was never like a super top caliber fighter, and Eddie Alvarez, one of the weakest lightweight champs of all time. Like, I'm not trying to diminish the accomplishments that Conor had. I would probably argue that there's probably a better pick here than Conor McGregor. 27, you went with Max Holloway. This is the year that he beat Jose Aldo twice. Yeah, you can't really disagree with that. I'm sure there's another pick that you could probably slide in here, but I'll give it to Max Holloway. 2018 DC, 100%. I mean, he beat the likes of Volkan Oezdemir that year, I believe. I know he beat Stipe for the first time, and then I believe he went on and beat Derek Lewis just before the end of the year. So yeah, I'll give it to DC. 2019 Israel Adesanya, yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Beat Kelvin Gastelum for the interim belt, then went on and absolutely destroyed Robert Whitaker to become undisputed. Went on his legendary title run that people don't give him enough credit for, to be honest. For 2020, you went with Kamaru Usman. I 100% have to disagree with this take here. I got to go with Davison Figueiredo, beating the likes of Joseph Benavidez twice, and he had that first fight with Brandon Moreno, which did end in a draw, but I guess because it was because of a point deduction, I guess. But yeah, I would still give it to Davison Figueiredo, and as well as he did defend his belt 2 times in the span of 3 weeks. So yeah, we got to give it to Figgy. Now, 2021, you want to give it to Kamaru Usman? I would 100% agree. Beat Gilbert Burns, Jorge Masvidal in the rematch, knocked him out in the stand-up, which is not something I thought was going to happen, and he beat Colby Covington, which I still think that fight was a draw, but it was a very good fight. 2022 Volkanovski, 100%, bro. The way he beat the brakes off the Korean Zombie, and then just a couple months later went on and absolutely destroyed Max Holloway in the third fight, really put a stamp on that. Then went on to have that absolute amazing fight against Islam in 2023. But still, 2022 is here. Yeah, I agree. 2023, absolutely going to Islam Makhachev, 100%. Beating Alexander Volkanovski twice that year. And while one of those times was on short notice, Volkanovski is still a great opponent to beat twice. And their first fight was absolutely amazing. I could watch that fight all day. Is this even a debate? 2024 absolutely has to go to Ilia Topuria, right? I mean, beating Alexander Volkanovski, the greatest featherweight of all time, and beating Max Holloway, where a lot of people thought that Holloway would bring Ilia Topuria a very good challenge, and he actually became the first person to knock out Max Holloway. Yeah, you have to give it to him. And lastly, Merab Dvalishvili, 100%. He's going to have 4 title defenses by the end of this year. And even if he doesn't necessarily beat Petr Yan, I would still give him Fighter of the Year because he's the only champion who's active like this on a consistent basis.